Today, we're exploring the spine-chilling universe of indie horror games, particularly those with a nostalgic PSX aesthetic. From the eerie hallways of Silent Hill, inspired titles to the jump-scare-filled nights of Five Nights at Freddy's, we're breaking down the evolution, competition, and standout titles in this genre. So grab your flashlight and let's get spooky. First up, let's talk about the PSX-style horror games. These games are inspired by the low-poly graphics and haunting atmospheres of classic PlayStation titles from the late 90s. The indie horror scene has embraced this retro aesthetic, creating experiences that feel both nostalgic and terrifying. Games like Paratopic and Lost in Vivo have captivated players with their unsettling visuals and immersive storytelling. Paratopic uses a grainy, VHS-style presentation to craft a surreal and disturbing narrative, while Lost in Vivo channels the claustrophobic horror of Silent Hill with its foggy corridors and oppressive atmosphere. These games prove that sometimes less is more when it comes to creating a genuinely scary experience. Next, let's highlight some of the standout titles that have made waves in the indie horror scene. One game that deserves special mention is Five Nights at Freddy's by Scott Cawthon. Released in 2014, FNAF quickly became a phenomenon. Its simple yet nerve-wracking gameplay, where players must survive 5 nights in a haunted pizzeria, captivated a global audience. The game's unique animatronic characters and lore spawned numerous sequels, spin-offs, and a massive fan base. Scott Cawthon's clever use of YouTube and social media played a crucial role in the game's explosive popularity. Fans devoured every bit of lore and theory videos, creating a community that thrived on the mysteries and scares. I wanted to create something that was simple, yet effective in scaring players. The community's response was beyond anything I imagined, Scott said. Scott's success story shows how leveraging online platforms can amplify a game's reach and engagement, turning a small indie project into a cultural phenomenon. But it's not just FNAF that's stealing the spotlight. The competition in the indie horror game industry has led to remarkable innovations. Developers are constantly pushing the envelope to create more engaging and terrifying experiences. Games like Darkwood offer a top-down perspective with a focus on survival and psychological horror, while Soma delves into existential terror with its deep, thought-provoking narrative. The Mortuary Assistant combines realistic mortuary procedures with supernatural elements, providing a fresh take on the horror genre. These titles show how diverse the indie horror landscape is, each offering unique scares and stories. And let's not forget about the intense competition among these developers. Each studio strives to outdo the other, resulting in a thrilling arms race of fear. This competition isn't just about who can create the scariest game, but who can build the most immersive and engaging experience. Events like PAX and Indie Game Expos showcase these chilling creations, giving developers a platform to reach larger audiences. These conventions are not just about exposure, but also about community building. Meeting fans face-to-face, seeing their reactions, and hearing their feedback directly fuels the creative process. A big part of what makes these games successful is how developers market and engage with their communities. Let's take Puppet Combo as an example. Puppet Combo has built a cult following by consistently releasing high-quality PSX-style horror games like Night Shift and Stay Out of the House. They use platforms like Patreon to give fans early access and behind-the-scenes content, fostering a dedicated community. This direct engagement helps sustain interest and support for their projects. Fans feel like they're part of the development journey, which only deepens their connection to the games. And let's not forget the power of influencers and streamers. When a popular YouTuber or Twitch streamer picks up an indie horror game, it can catapult that game to stardom overnight. The live reactions, the screams, the laughter, it all adds to the game's reputation and reach. So what does the future hold for indie horror games? The genre shows no signs of slowing down. With advancements in technology and the continuous support of passionate communities, we can expect even more innovative and terrifying experiences. Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey through the world of indie horror games. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let us know your favorite indie horror game and what you're looking forward to playing next. Until then, stay spooky